2025 has already gifted us with a lot of great things from the LEGO brand as a whole. January 1st saw the release of over 100 brand new and exciting sets, with some of the notable standouts being the stunning Tudor Corner, the first Arc 170 in 15 years, the return of Moro, our first Ultron since 2015, and of course the most exciting news, Robert Pattinson getting his second LEGO minifigure. All of us here very obviously love the LEGO brand and the excitement and joy it brings us, but for today I wanted to do something outside of the norm and instead discuss some of the mistakes I believe the brand has made this year. This video is solely meant to provide constructive criticism. I am in no way trying to create any kind of negative discourse here. It is videos like this that will let LEGO know where its customers want things to be improved, and I feel that's very important. Now, I'm going to be honing in on 3 different themes today, those being Ninjago, Marvel, and Star Wars. I'll be presenting certain errors the themes have made so far this year, and how I think they could have done better. First up, we've got my favorite LEGO theme of all time, Ninjago. We got 11 new sets on January 1st, as well as 3 more on March 1st, all in preparation for the newest season of the TV show. When releasing the January wave of sets, LEGO made a critical error that I'm still surprised made it past them. In waves past, buying most of the sets secured you the whole collection of new ninja suits, and while buying this particular wave did just that, you were only given 5 armor pieces out of the 8 needed. So giving LEGO over $400 and getting all 11 brand new Ninjago sets did not give you enough armor pieces for the whole team. Mind you, there were multiple duplicates of each suit throughout the wave, however, only a select few featured the new armor piece. As a collector who does spend top dollar to own all of these sets, I personally felt very much disappointed by this oversight. The much anticipated Ninjago City workshops released this March. However, the newest Ninjago modular left many fans, including myself, rather disappointed. The build itself sacrificed a lot of the usual mass and detail expected within these sets in favor of a very strange play feature. For some reason, the design team thought that an open middle area used for building this very skinny and frankly quite odd-looking mech was a good idea. It very much stands apart from the other city sets in a very negative way as a result. On top of that, corners were cut on the minifigure selection to save on costs, and when this thing literally cost $250, no expenses should have been spared.
Spared no expense.
This thing only includes a measly 11 minifigures, with only 4 of them being new and exclusive. We get our first ever casual Harumi and Twitchy Tim, which are by far the highlight of the set and the sole reason many will be buying it. Unfortunately, that's where the positives stop. We get repeats of the Zane and Pixel from the January wave, a handful of citizens using incredibly common city pieces, and mind you, look nothing like the uniquely detailed torso and leg prints we've gotten in the past. Those were specifically tailored to the Japanese styling of the Ninjago architecture. Drama is included, a character who has popped up in all 3 seasons of Dragon's Rising. I'm by no means complaining about his inclusion, it's just the execution of said figure that really has issues. To save on costs, LEGO skipped a leg print for him, and they left out his most defining detail from the show, his glittery suit. On top of that, they threw in a Dr. LaRoe without leg print as well, a figure that was nowhere near the top of anyone's wanted list. There are still so many new characters we could have gotten instead. Moving on to the LEGO Marvel Superheroes theme, what we're going to be discussing with these sets is missed opportunities, and I think the Civil War action battle is by far the best example of this. For those of you that subscribe to the price per piece ideology, you're already off to a rough start with this set costing $100 for only 700 pieces. However, I think the main problem with this set is how it chooses to distribute its pieces. First and foremost, we did not need another Giant Man build. The Quantum Mania Giant Man build has been on shelves for the past 2 years, so to quickly introduce another set with a very similar build makes no sense to me. The actual airport build we do get is a small and flat facade. I think instead of putting the parts budget into the Giant Man, this set would have really benefited from a better airport terminal. I think this is just a case where LEGO needs to pay more attention to what's on shelves. There are only so many sets this theme can release each year, so to get 2 Giant Man builds on shelves at the same time just doesn't make any sense to me personally. Moving on, this set is also very much lacking in the minifigure department. Bucky is shockingly given the wrong hair color, with the set depicting him with black hair, where in the movie he had dark brown. It's especially weird because the 2016 minifigure got this right, so why can't the 2025 version almost 10 years later? And speaking of 2016, the Winter Soldier had the movie-accurate arm print, where the 2025 one doesn't. The fact that a minifigure from almost 10 years ago has more effort and care put into it is very alarming. LEGO had its most successful year ever last year. There's just no excuse when it comes to this inaccuracy. With just under 400 pieces, LEGO released the first ever Spider-Verse set this year, and while the gesture is very much appreciated and long overdue, this set certainly isn't without flaw. At $50, this thing is a very hard sell with how little is included. On top of that, Miles lacks a movie-accurate leg print, again another cost-effective measure for LEGO, and Gwen is given a head and hairpiece that looks nothing like her appearance from the animated films. Now, to close out this video, we're going to be taking a look at the LEGO Star Wars theme, a line that's been heavily criticized for its outrageous pricing and downscaled builds. While I very much agree with both of these facts, the Ahsoka Starfighter at $45 feels particularly insulting to me, I will say that a major issue with the theme has been completely overlooked. 3 months into 2025, we've only gotten 2 minifigure playscale sets. Yes, 2. This theme has really left behind the idea of sets and minifigures to collect and play with, and instead has almost fully shifted over to targeting the adult audience. Now, we mostly get overpriced, undersized adult collector builds, like the Home One, Acclimator, and AT-AT Driver helmet. Gone are the days of 10-set Star Wars waves, chock full of exciting builds and minifigures, all set on providing a diverse range of characters and scenes from all of the films and shows. While the outrageous prices are indeed a very big problem with the IP, I really wish the disappearance of minifigure-centered sets was something people talked about more. And for a bonus round, I think LEGO made a mistake by releasing the Blacktron Renegade Starship. I love classic LEGO themes as much as the next guy, and LEGO Space is definitely no exception. However, the set that this is a remake of just doesn't have enough visual appeal. A rather flat space shuttle with a dual tower design just doesn't look that impressive to me. I get that the original set is iconic and is worth well over $1,000 now, but I don't think that gives this a reason to exist. I believe a lot of folks do actually agree with me, because I've seen very little discussion around this new release, and nothing close to the hype of the Lion Knight Castle and Galaxy Explorer Starship from 2 years back. Those were both very unique in their own rights and left a rather impressive footmark. And just like that, we have covered what I believe to be LEGO's biggest failures of the year so far. Again, I'm not trying to promote any kind of negative discourse, I simply just want to see this brand I love continue to improve, because I truly believe that they can. If you think I missed any big mistakes the brand has made this year, let me know down in the comments below. I know I mostly stick to Ninjago on this channel, but this was hopefully a breath of fresh air to look more so at the brand as a whole. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you all in the next video.